Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This video is addressing S6 students for Applied Linguistics. We're gonna see a difference sometimes that's made between the word mistake and error. They can both, these two words, mistake and error, can be used to mean the same thing. In other words, they mean something that you say. We're speaking about language mistakes, by the way. Something that you say or write, and it happens to be incorrect. So, and please remember this, at some level of use, you can use both words, both mistake and error. You can use them interchangeably with no difference in meaning whatsoever. So you can say this article has 4 mistakes or 4 errors. Say there are 2 errors in this book. There are 2 mistakes in this book. No problem. No difference in meaning. This is one level of use, which is correct. You can use them interchangeably. No problem. But sometimes you may see them used to mean 2 slightly different things. Mistake and error could be used to mean 2 slightly different things. And so a mistake is usually accidental. You know it's wrong. You know the rule, but still you write or you say something which is incorrect, although you know the rule. For example, I say, this year I have went to 2 places. I know that we say I have gone, not I have went. But for some reason, I say I have went. I'm gonna suggest some of the reasons, some of the factors that may result in the making of mistakes. Whereas an error is usually made due to the lack of knowledge. You don't know the rule. Knowledge means knowledge of the rule. You don't know the rule. You sincerely think that we say, I have went. And so you say, I have went. And the result is an error. You can make a mistake because you are tired. I mean, anything, any factor that decreases your focus could be the cause of mistake making. If you are tired, when we are tired, our focus decreases, and so we might make mistakes. If you are speaking, if you are writing, and you are tired, then you might make a mistake. You might say something which is wrong, although you know the rule. You know the correct rule. Or maybe because you forgot the rule. You know the rule, you've learned it and you know it, but for some reason you forgot it. When you are saying that sentence, you forgot the rule. Or you're hungry. For example, when you're hungry, our focus decreases, and that could result in the making of mistakes. Or you are speaking fast. When you are speaking fast, sometimes we don't have full control over what we say, what we write, especially if we are speaking, over what we say. And so the result could be that we make mistakes. or simply because you are careless. You are not focusing. You are not being meticulous about what you are producing, about what you are saying or writing, and so you make mistakes. How do I know if I'm listening to somebody or reading somebody's paper? How do I know that something is a mistake or an error? One of the hints that may help me know is if it's systematic. If for example, the person says, I have went to France, and I have went to Agadir, and I have went to America. If it happens over and over again, then most probably that's a mistake. But if the person says, for example, I have went to France this year and have also gone to Britain, have also gone to Marrakesh, then I know that the first one, when he says, I have went, I know it was a mistake, because he or she has corrected him or herself automatically. I mean, in the next sentences or utterances. So if you make a mistake, you quickly correct yourself. It's not systematic. It doesn't happen again and again. You quickly correct yourself. As if, for example, I have went to France this year. Oops, I have gone. This oops, that's a mistake. I'm making a mistake. I'm signaling to you that I've made a mistake. Oops, I've gone to France. She like watching TV. Oops, she likes watching TV. I'm correcting myself right then. Or if somebody draws your attention to it, you correct it. As for example, I have went to France, and the person who's listening to me says, are you sure it's I have went? I'm like, oh, sorry, I have gone. So if somebody draws my attention to it, I correct it on the spot. Or if corrected, you admit it's a mistake. If I say, I have went to France, and you say to me, no, it's I have gone. I say, oh yeah, that's what I meant. That was a mistake. So, but if it's an error, I believe it's correct. I believe it's correct because there's a problem with the knowledge that I have about that rule. I believe it's correct. So if you try to correct me, for example, I might say, are you sure? Or give me time to go and check, or I need to go and check. I don't correct myself right on the spot. Thank you. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.